This is the 28th chapter of your GK book, and what we have to learn in this chapter is about the science in ancient India. Okay, it's really an interesting one and something on which we all are proud of. Okay, we all are proud of our rich heritage, our culture, and what has been given to us by our ancestors. India was not only a land of sages and puja, part, rituals, yajna, and no, India was always a land of scholars and scientists. And once even Albert Einstein has said that we owe a lot to the ancient Indians, teaching us how to count, without which most modern scientific discoveries would have been impossible. कि जब इंडिया ने गिनती सिखलाई was added to math. So now we will learn about our chapter and we'll do the fill up. Okay, the first one is ancient Indian medical science relied on herbs to cure ailments. What is this science called? जो medical science herbs पे rely करता है, herbs पे जो औषधियाँ होती हैं, जो plants से हमें मिलते हैं, दूसरे medicinal plants होते हैं, उनसे मिलते हैं, या और भी दूसरे जड़ी बूटी होती है, रूट्स हैं, सीड्स हैं, इन्हें यूज करके जो एलिमेंट्स क्योर किए जाते हैं, उस साइंस को क्या कहा जाता है? दैट इज कॉल्ड द आयुर्वेदा. ओके, सो इन नंबर 1 you will fill Ayurveda. The second one, Ras Ratnakara is an ancient Indian treatise on metallurgy and alchemy. Okay, on metallurgy and alchemy. Who is the author of this treatise? The second number answer is Nagarjuna. Okay, Nagarjuna was the author of this treatise. Third one, Bhaskara mentioned the law of gravity and made accurate calculations of velocities and instantaneous motions of the planet in his treatise. उस वक्त जो accurate calculations था, planets के motion थे, उन सभी को calculate किया इन्होंने और law of gravity के बारे में भी बताया और calculations और velocities को भी calculate किया. So what was the name of his treatise? The answer is Siddhanta Shiromani. Okay. Now the fourth one. The science of shipbuilding and navigation was well known to the ancient Indians. जो shipbuilding था, sail करना, boat पे जाना, shipment, all these were very well known to the ancient Indians. लोग पुराने समय में भी नाव पे निकलते थे, ट्रेडिंग करने दूर दूर जाते थे. Waterways they used for their trading. So shipbuilding was also very well known to the ancient Indians. The mariner's compass was known to Indian navigators as early as 500 AD. 500 AD में भी इस कंपास के बारे में लोग जानते थे. The Indians were aware about it. It was a metal. ये एक ऐसा कंपास था जो जिसमें एक आयरन फिश होती थी और वो फ्लोट करते रहती थी इन अ वेसल ऑफ ऑयल. ठीक है, ऑयल वेसल में ये फिश फ्लोट करती रहती थी एंड ऑलवेज पॉइंटेड टुवर्ड्स नॉर्थ. ठीक है, हमेशा कहाँ पॉइंट करते रहती थी? वो हमेशा नॉर्थ के तरफ पॉइंट करते रहती थी, जो नॉर्मल कंपास में भी होता है. देन व्हाट वाज दिस एंशिएंट कंपास कॉल्ड? इस एंशिएंट कंपास को क्या कहा जाता है? इट वाज कॉल्ड द मत्स्य यंत्र. मत्स्य मीन्स मछली, फिश. ओके, and fish was used in it, so it was called the Matsya Yantra. Now the next question is fifth one. A 14th century mathematician Jyeshtha wrote the first text on calculus. Calculus is a branch of mathematics. Okay, so calculus maths का एक branch है. The text explored the methods and ideas of calculus for the first time in the world. इस text का क्या नाम था? This text was known as Yukti Bhasha. Okay, इस text का नाम क्या था? Yukti Bhasha. Now, see the sixth one. Sushruta, the father of plastic surgery, lived around the 6th century BC. He has described the techniques of several operations in a medical treatise. What is the name of his treatise? Here I have shown this picture. ये जो है, ये देखिए आप, is doing the plastic surgery. Okay, ये यहाँ पे plastic surgery हो रही है और दूसरी surgeries भी की जाती थी. So what was that called? That was called the Sushruta Samhita. That was called the Sushruta Samhita. Okay. Now come to the next one, the seventh one. That is, which branch of science that deals with chemical originated in India? वो branch of science जो deal करता है chemicals से, that originated in India. The name was रसायन शास्त्र. Okay, जिसे हम chemistry के नाम से जानते हैं. So it was रसायन शास्त्र. Now the eighth one, Charak, an ancient Indian physician, wrote a medical treatise which remained a standard textbook for almost 2000 years. What is the name of his treatise? Okay, what is the name of his treatise? The answer is Charak Samhita. Charak Samhita. Now the ninth number. In ancient India, the science of metallurgy was highly developed. Science of metallurgy means the science which deals with the metals, the irons, इन सब से की properties के बारे में बताना, इसके जो भी qualities हैं उनके साथ deal करना, वो कैसे कैसे reactions करते हैं, क्या होता है. So the science which deals with the metals, this metallurgy, it was highly developed. The iron pillar Delhi. Here you can see the iron pillar Delhi. Okay, this is the iron pillar Delhi, which is 7.30 meters tall and has heavy as 6 tons, has been standing in the open for the last 1500 years. ये 1500 years से बिल्कुल खुले में ऐसे ही है, कोई इसके ऊपर शेड नहीं है, no covering is there since last 1500 years. लेकिन तो भी it's स्टैंडिंग विदाउट रस्टिंग. आप देखे होंगे ना, लोहे की कोई भी चीज अगर थोड़ी देर के लिए भी बाहर रख दी जाए, 2, 4, 10 दिन 15 दिन के बाद, या ऐसे भी वो उसमें जंग लगने लगती है. दैट इज रस्टिंग. बट दिस आयरन पिलर इज स्टैंडिंग सिंस लास्ट 1500 years without rusting, and it was built by a great Indian king. Who was this king? इस किंग का क्या नाम था जिन्होंने इस आयरन पिलर को बनवाया था? The king was Samrat Chandragupta II. Okay, the king was Samrat Chandragupta II. Now the number 10, the ancient Indian urban civilization of Mohenjo-daro and Harappa, now in Pakistan, developed planned township with wide roads with bisected at right angles, a nice example of civil engineering. What was civil engineering called in ancient times? जो अभी तक हम लोगों ने जितना भी पढ़ा है in history और in the modern times also, we are reading so many things and the technology, everything is changing. लेकिन जो technologies, जो science, जो तरीका ancient Indus Valley civilization में देखने को मिला, the perfect planning, it was really well built, सब कुछ बहुत सही था, it was really strong. और ये जो system था जहाँ पे कि जो रोड थे वो भी बहुत वाइड थे, वहाँ वो राइट एंगल्स पे एक दूसरे को काटते थे. ओके, सो इस तरह की जो परफेक्ट प्लानिंग वगैरह थी वो बहुत ही आराम से की गई है और ये बहुत ही बढ़िया एग्जाम्पल है सिविल इंजीनियरिंग का. सो व्हाट वाज द सिविल इंजीनियरिंग कॉल्ड इन एंशिएंट इंडिया? एंशिएंट इंडिया में सिविल इंजीनियरिंग को क्या कहा जाता था? It was called the Sthapatya Kala. Okay, civil engineering was called the Sthapatya Kala in ancient time. Now, the number 11, Yagnavalkya, an astronomer 9th to 8th century BC, was the first to recognize that the earth is round and the planets revolve around the sun. He calculated the length of the year as 365.24 days in his astronomical text. Can you name this text? उन्होंने ऑलमोस्ट बहुत ही परफेक्ट कैलकुलेशन किया था उस समय, और उन्होंने ये बताया कि इट टेक्स अराउंड 365.24 days अर्थ को एक पूरा रिवॉल्यूशन कंप्लीट करने में, लेंथ ऑफ द ईयर इतना ही होता है. सो नाउ ओनली वी नो दैट 365 1/4 days इट टेक्स. एक पूरा साल इतनी ही ड्यूरेशन का होता है. इट वॉज वेरी वेल नोन टू आवर एंशिएंट स्कॉलर्स ऑल्सो. सो व्हाट वाज दैट टेक्स्ट कॉल्ड? दैट वाज कॉल्ड द शतपथ ब्राह्मणा. Okay, that was called the Shatapat Brahmana. Now, number 12, the last one. An ancient Indian astronomer, mathematician who lived from 476 to 550 AD propounded the theory that the earth spins on its own axis and the moon and the planets reflect sunlight. He accurately calculated the times of the solar and lunar eclipses. The first Indian artificial satellite was named after this astronomer. Can you identify him? What was the name of this astronomer जिन्होंने एकदम perfectly calculate किया था solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, और यहाँ तक कि जो planets हैं वो अपने ये में अर्थ स्पेशली ये स्पिन करता है अपने एक्सिस पे, फिर मून का अपना लाइट नहीं है, सनलाइट है, ये सब कुछ जिन्होंने बताया उस एस्ट्रोनॉमर और मैथमेटिशियन का क्या नाम था? कैन यू से दैट? ओके, द नेम वाज आर्यभट्ट. ओके, द नेम वाज आर्यभट्ट. ही इज आर्यभट्ट. ही हैज ओनली गिवन 0 to the world. He is Aryabhat. This is the picture you can see. Okay, and the same picture is there, I think, in your book also. Here, Aryabhat, a person जिस पे हम सभी को बहुत ज़्यादा प्राउड फील होना चाहिए. Okay, India is really proud of these scholars and the scientists. So this is done with your chapter 28 and the science in ancient India. You all just fill the blanks. I have just written the numbers, exact numbers and the correct answer over there. You can see that and fill your blanks. Okay, thank you.